So this is going to be part 2 of the boat build series. I've just knocked off work. It's Friday and I'm going to spend the whole weekend working on whatever I can on the boat. I've just pulled up at Bunnings and BCF and just pick up a few bits and pieces to get me going for the weekend. Just off the top of my head, first things I'm going to do is I'm going to hook the boat up to the car, tow it around to the local tip here, and they have a weigh bridge. So I'm going to weigh the boat dry as it stands, take note of it, drive it home. I've got to do obviously more sanding. I'm going to fit a new screw-off hatch to fit the bilge pump. I'm going to push the bilge pump all the way to the back. It's in a weird spot at the minute, so that's another thing. I just picked up a hole saw kit from my boss's house, and yeah, we're gonna get stuck into it, and you're gonna be coming with me. Let's go. Nice. Boat is on the weigh bridge and it is a whopping 960 kilos. So I've just pulled up at the boat ramp. This is probably the most nerve-wracking part of this. I don't actually know if the boat floats, so I am going to drop it in and leave it in for half hour. Going to have a quick look over the trailer and take the floor up and see if there's any water coming in. I don't think there is, but this is the first time the boat's going in the water for 4.5 years, so pretty nerve-wracking. This could be the end of a very quick series, but fingers crossed it's not. But I'll let you know how it goes. So she is in the water. I'm gonna sit down here for a half hour and see if we have any leaks. So far so good, but yeah, we'll check it out and go from there. So the boat did end up having a very slight leak. This is all the water that came in after about 45 minutes, but you'll see later on how I went about fixing it. So here's what I got on my little mission to the hardware and BCF. I got 1200 through to 3000 grit sandpaper. I got some stainless steel marine grade self-tapping screws for a new access panel and a new bung. Just put a bigger bung in there. I got some marine silicone and a gap gun, screws, some razor blades, a big chisel to knock off some bits of fiberglass just down the line. I got some microfiber buffing things for the Orbi, for the buffing wheel, and I got a hole saw kit. So this is just from a mate, so I'm gonna get stuck into it. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do first, but I'm gonna try to take the fuel tank out of that recess and have a look under there at moving that bilge pump back. So I've just got the fuel tank moved out the way and the old false floor up. My plan is to mark out the center here and put this access point in so I can move the bilge pump from here to back there to give us more room for the underfloor fuel tank. Hopefully down the line I'll be knocking out this support and taking the tank up further. We've got some other plans going on here just for the future, but that's going to be first on the agenda, and this is definitely first. So I've cleaned everything up and taken measurements, the depth and the, oh fuck, that was meant to go side to side. The width and the depth, divided it both by 2 and found the exact center, which is here. So I'm going to get my pilot hole bit, drill a hole, and then I've got my hole saw, and I'm going to drill the hole in and dry fit it all up now. Fucking no battery. Right, let's try again. Fresh battery, full charge. There we go, the hole is drilled for the access panel. I'm gonna reach in and grab all the shit from in there. Obviously take the hole itself out and then resin it up, clean it up, seal it up, and then dry fit it.
One eternity later.
So, this is the predicament I'm in. I am currently, where is it? I'd use this hole saw bit, and I'll just show you here. I can do it one-handed. The hole saw bit is 2-3 mil each side, too small. So I've drilled the hole, and now I've been chiseling for the last half hour and getting absolutely nothing. There we go, finally got the inspection port fitted, well, just dry fitted for now. I'm gonna seal it up with some resin shortly after I drill the second one. So yeah, let's get into it. So I've just finished dry fitting the inspection port, just in the back, just down here. And I pulled out my whiteboard, cleaned it off, and made a list of things. Oh, it's backwards in the camera. So yeah, I've made a list of things I want to do over the weekend. Firstly, I want to carry on wet sanding the bottom half of the hull up to 3000 grit. That'll be before I cut and polish it. I need to adjust the rollers on the trailer. I'm going to fit the second inspection port right up the front there. There's just a little recess just up the very front. I'll show you just when I get to it. I'm gonna wet sand the outboard cowling just to clean that up, because it's pretty dusty, and polish that, and then remove the false floor, just these timbers here. I'm gonna remove all the nails, tear it off, scrape off all the old shit. This is all rotten, so I'm gonna take it all out and ready for the new fuel tank to go in. So that's the current agenda, but yeah, I will show you when I get to it. So I've just taken all the cushions out and just put them back there. This is the second inspection port. I'm gonna do pretty much the same, measure out the middle, find the center, put my pilot hole in, and then start drilling the next hole for up there. So yeah. That was fucking 10 times quick. Well, no, way quicker than that. That was so much easier. There we go. In about, I'd call that 10 minutes. That is a job done. Let's get to some sealing. First. The boat is an absolute tip right now, but I've just pulled out all the old rotten timbers, what held up the old false floor. I've just ground out all of the old, there's some sort of sealant on there or something. And now I'm just gonna go and bog all the holes up. which nails were weirdly put into. But I boggle them up and then give them a sand and carry on from there. So yeah. So the other day when I dropped the boat in the water and sat down the boat ramp, it wasn't crazy, but I did notice a little bit of water coming in. So yeah, I took out the old bung. One of the screws snapped straight off and the other one took a little bit of effort to get out, but this just practically fell out. There's no sealant, there's no nothing, so I'm gonna assume that that's the culprit. So I'm gonna, where is it? Down here. Got myself a new bung hole. I've just put the bigger size one in. I think this is a 20, no, this is a, I have no idea what size this is, but it's a bigger one and that's what I'm going with. I didn't film it, but I just quickly drilled the new bung hole. Looks fucking massive. But there's the drain plug and yeah, fucking fits a treat. Ew. So I found some time again and pulled out the wet and dry sandpaper again. I'm going over it again because I wasn't 100% happy with how it turned out. I'd like to get rid of these, but they are proving to be very difficult. So I'm just gonna stick with it and go from there. So I spent a couple hours hitting the port side again. Yeah, it came up pretty nice. I took it down to 3,000 grit. So I'm gonna pull out the buffer and give it a polish up and see how it turns out. I just hit the port side with this is fiberglass cut and polish. It's just stage 1. So I'm going to put that down now and pull out the stage 2. But yeah, as you can see already, there is a fair bit of shine. So that's only stage 1. We'll get stage 2 on and see how it looks. So I've just got the stage 2 on, just letting it cure off, and then I'm going to hit it with the buffing wheel. Got a fresh pad, and we'll see how it turns out. So that's a wrap on probably going to be part 2 of the boat build. It doesn't actually look like I've got that much done. It doesn't look like I've got that much done, but I've been at it pretty much all day. So what I have done is the inspection ports, one at the very front, one at the back. I've drilled the new bung hole. I took out all the old rotten timber, which was the supports for the old false floor, which is all gone now. I ground back all of the like sealant or glue or whatever was holding it on, and then took out the nails, filled the holes, and I mixed up some resined the bare timber. I'm gonna let that go until tomorrow, and then put another coat on. And what else did I do? Not much else really.